Drifting at 7-1. It's 11 Kelly Joe, 14's Taken, 25-1 Marciac, 40-1 Roland Garros. The other three runners are trading at 3-figure odds. 13-8 Tip Top Tim, only 2-1 Race to Base. The runners arriving at the post. Race to Base is the one they want. Irish point-to-point winner, who won a bumper at Hereford in April in the Prues colours. Used to be around a lot in the 80s and 90s. Marciac on the right with the noseband. Roland Garros, who wore a red hood to post. On the left, the grey Vinnie O'Neill. Greer Hill in the pink and blue. Lorico is in that group. Behind Race to Base. De Temp on Temp linking up. There's Kelly Joe, who won the prize for the best turned out. Miss Galloway, who's in the top left-hand corner, stood still, is the only one not in shot. De Temp on Temp now leading the group in the pink and black. Another bumper winner. Favourite Tip Top Tim has won an Irish maiden and a bumper at Newcastle in March. So there's plenty of form in the first division of this race. Miss Galloway's about to come into shot. There she is on the left. Starters on the rostrum. Stan Shepherd still getting himself sorted on Miss Galloway. Flags up. Runners on their final approach. De Temp on Temp leading them into line. Afternoon, Enzo. Hello, everyone. Here we go. Coming in and off. From the 2-mile start for the first division of the Boots Opticians Uttoxeter Maiden Hurdle. De Temp on Temp is the leader on the run down to the first of 9 scheduled flights. Race to Base, Roland Garros and Tip Top Tim, all front rank, along with the nose-banded Marciac. They all jumped the first flight fluently. Vinnie O'Neill in rear, with Miss Galloway and Greer Hill in the final trio. And Kelly Joe racing keenly and quickly moving up into second place as De Temp on Temp leads them over the second. Kelly Joe jumped up sides and is now moving to the front on the run to the third. Tip Top Tim races 3 lengths off the lead in third. Race to Base settled in fourth ahead of Marciac and Roland Garros as Kelly Joe and Charlie Hammond lead the field over the third of the 4 flights at the home straight. From De Temp on Temp and Tip Top Tim, Race to Base, Roland Garros, Marciac, Lorico is next, jumping the fourth after Lorico, Greer Hill, who didn't make much of a shape over the hurdle. Miss Galloway and Vinnie O'Neill are racing in the last pair. There'd be 12 lengths front to back. Kelly Joe leads them past the judge as they bear left-handed at the end of the home straight, pursued around the turn by De Temp on Temp Tip Top Tim, who's now 5 lengths off the lead, runs third, a length ahead of Race to Base, then Roland Garros, Marciac, Larico. Greer Hill is behind those as they level off to run to the first of the 2 hurdles on the back straight. Miss Galloway and Vinnie O'Neill are in the final pair. At flight number 5, Kelly Joe fiddled his way out of trouble, landed a couple clear of De Tomp on Tomp. There's a more sizable gap to Tip Top Tim racing third ahead of Race to Base. Then follows Marciac, who's racing on the inside of Roland Garros. So they're on their way towards the 6th flight of hurdles with De Tomp on Tomp going back to the front on the outside of Kelly Joe. De Tomp on Tomp pressing on as they breast the rise on the far side. Kelly Joe 3 lengths off them. The new leader in second. Race to Base on the inside of Tip Top Tim, a third and fourth. Marciac and Roland Garros round out the leading half dozen. Larico runs 7th. Greer Hill is 8th but out of touch. And Vinnie O'Neill and Miss Galloway, who've raced in the last pair throughout, are in danger of being left well behind. On the descent back towards the home straight, De Tomp on Tomp will lead Kelly Joe into the home straight. There's about 2 lengths between them. The chasing group are closing up with Race to Base looking dangerous on the inside of Tip Top Tim. They're being followed by Larico, Roland Garros and Marciac, and after those is Greer Hill as De Tomp on Tomp leads them over 3 out. Tip Top Tim and Race to Base have gone second and third at the expense of Kelly Joe, who is emptying quickly on the run down towards 2 from home. It's De Tomp on Tomp being closed down by Tip Top Tim and Race to Base, who just about landed second. They're clear of Marciac and Larico, both keeping on the way down towards the final flight of hurdles. Freddie Keithley's kept a bit in hand on De Tomp on Tomp, who will jump the last a couple clear of Tip Top Tim. Race to Base has weakened. Larico's about to go third. It's De Tomp on Tomp from Tip Top Tim into the final 50 yards. De Tomp on Tomp holds Tip Top Tim, beats him by a length. They pulled 6 lengths clear of Larico and Marciac, who went past together for third and fourth. Race to Base weakened after the last, only 5th.